I think that was loud. I don't know if y'all can hear that. It was my heater. In this office, I'm in my office, and whoa, in my office, it gets real cold because it's right by my office is the room right next to the front door. So it gets so cold. So I have a little heater for my feet, and I didn't know if it was too loud or not. But as you can see by the title, I don't think the title is right there. No. Okay, anyway, wherever the title is. In investing, there is no one way to skin a cat. And that's a serious thing, right? There's no one way to skin a cat. You could, however you invest is how you invest. However, there are some common mistakes that we all as investors make. And I just kind of want to talk about it. Let's have a right? Let's have a conversation. That's my jam. That's me all day. Let's let's have a conversation. So let's have the conversation. And the first, sorry y'all, excuse me. Let me first, let me share this. So if you know somebody that is trying to invest, they want to invest, or they are currently investing, or whatever, please share this live, share it with them, tag their name below. It's going to be quick, I promise, or no, let me not say that. I'm going to try to make it quick. I'm going to do my best to make it quick and give y'all some mistakes to avoid when you're trying to invest, or when you are investing, or whatever stage you're in. Before I get too deep into it, my name is Lauren. I am a real estate agent here in Virginia Beach. My husband and I have been investing since 2014, and I have spent 13, 12, nope, 13 now. I had 13 years of banking and personal budgets and mortgage and all that experience within the banking and finance industry before I officially became a licensed real estate agent. So anything that I say to you guys is not a regurgitation of what I've heard. It is something that I've actually practiced and me and my husband utilize every day, often, so on and so forth. So while you're here, common mistakes to avoid when you're investing, which is really simple, y'all. I promise it's simple, but it ain't easy, right? So the very first thing I want to talk about is the lack of education. I know that it's absolutely imperative that you take action on investing. You can get what's called analysis paralysis, right? And that is you have analyzed every deal that you could possibly analyze. You are aware of what could be considered a good deal. You're aware of what could be considered a bad deal, but you actually haven't taken any action. So I can understand how getting into analysis paralysis is a thing. I've gotten into analysis paralysis. My husband, any investor that I've ever known, we've all done it. But there is something super important about good morning. There is something super important about like taking your education seriously. So even though you will not always know the answer, it's really important that we educate ourselves. And that comes in a variety of different ways. So you can listen to podcasts. One of my favorite podcasts to listen to is the Real Estate Investor podcast. I'm also in their groups. I am in their community. I'm reading their posts. I'm listening to their podcast. I am reading their books, which they have an amazing book out called I think it's The Only Woman in the Room, which is literally dope. It's amazing. But your education could come in the form of a podcast. It could come in the form of a book. It could be real estate related or not. Like one of my favorite books is Never Split the Difference and The Four Agreements, which directly help with real estate investing, surprisingly, even though it's not about it. But my point is, education is important. You cannot go into flipping a house thinking that it's going to be like HGTV. You have to know what you're looking for, what you're supposed to be pivoting away from. You have to know the legalities of your position, whether you're an agent, whether you are the investor yourself, if you are the construction person, all that. Like, that is massively important. So I find that the lack of education and just diving in because we all say, and just diving in because we all say you should. Education is serious. Education is important. And if you lack to prepare yourself in the education space, you're really going to fall short when it comes time to invest. You're going to make your journey harder, and it doesn't have to be if you just equip yourself a little bit better in the beginning. Okay. And so the second mistake to avoid, guys, is a lack of team. So one of the things that my husband and I have found is how important it is to have a team of people, especially if you are going to be investing long distance, which we do, which means for those of you that are unaware, we invest in states other than the state that we're currently living in. So I have property back home in St. Louis. We have property in Florida. We have property here in Virginia. We have property in Washington State. And of course, plan on getting way more property in all different areas. But without a team, we can't do that. But let's say you're not at a point where you feel like you need a team, but you do, right? So let's say you haven't invested yet. Maybe you're just thinking about it. You're listening to us have a conversation about it. And you're like, okay, what do I do? How do I go forth? You're going to need a team of people to help you. You're going to need somebody that might be able to assist you with finding that property, which is a real estate agent. You may call your cousin or your uncle or your aunt. They have property and they have a wealth of knowledge that they can give you. You may want to consider finding a general contractor, a good one. I just want to point out to y'all that finding a general contractor is the hardest part of investing all together. Everybody will sell you a dream. Everybody will try to sell you a dream. Everybody. And finding a good general contractor to do your work correctly is probably the hardest part of investing in general. I just want to point that out. I just want to put that out there. Okay. But having a team is important. It doesn't have to be an official team. This doesn't have to be a payroll team. It could just be a group of people, like you have a group text and you have friends that are trying to do the same thing and you reach out to them. But having a team is vital. No team, anytime you do anything by yourself in its entirety can be more difficult. But not having a team in real estate could be detrimental. So find your mentors, find your peers, find contractors, like reach out to people, go on the Facebook groups, your Instagram, your local real estate group, things like that. Reach out to people. Really try to create a team of people around you that can benefit you or bring you value when you're working out trying to get this investment property or get this investment property up and running, or you're trying to sell it, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. A team of people is vital. And then last but not least, where are my words? That is so weird. Last but not least, because I have it written down, is your lack of clarity. Which probably, lack of clarity is probably one of the biggest obstacles that I face with people that want to be investors all the time. It's a lack of clarity. I love that we're having the conversation. However, it's important that you get clear on what you are trying to do. Because if you just shooting at the stars, you ain't gonna hit a star. Do you get what I'm saying? If you're just shooting at a star, at the stars, you don't have a particular one, you really don't have a general direction, you really don't know what you're doing, and you just kind of out there, you're not gonna hit anything. You're not going to hit anything except for frustration and overextending yourself with your resources. It's It's just not good. And I actually did a live. I do multiple lives about it all the time, but finding clarity. And what I mean by finding clarity is really just like know what you're looking for. If you are going to figure out your method, are you going to fix and flip? Which means you're going to buy a property that needs work and you're going to turn around and you're going to sell it at market rate price, or retail price. Are you going to wholesale a property, meaning you're pretty much like the middleman. You find properties that are off the market and you negotiate to get that property to a buyer. So if you're going to wholesale, are you going to buy and hold? Which means you're going to buy a property depending on what the price is. You're going to buy that property and you're going to sit on it and you're going to rent it out, or you're going to live in it, or you're going to house hack. Meaning, are you going to buy a property, live in it, fix it up while you live in it, and then when you're ready to move or whatever, you pull your money out and then you go find another property and rent this one out. There's so many methods, but knowing your method, and then from knowing your method, knowing what you're looking for. Are you looking for a single family unit? Are you looking for multifamily? What are you looking for? What is it that you're doing? Once you start to really figure out what it is that you want and the method in which you're going to do it, all you need is encouragement and a little bit of guidance. But a lot of times people call me or they message me or they respond to a text or whatever it is. They find me, they smoke signal me, because I tell y'all can do that. They find me somehow and they're like, all right, I'm ready to invest. I'm going to do it however. Okay, that's not beneficial because we're not going to get anywhere. If you're going to do however, we're both going to be spinning our wheels. What am I sending you? What are we looking for? What is your end goal? Is your end goal to have leverage, meaning the value of your property will be more beneficial to you than selling it for a lump sum right now? Are you looking for something to get you a lump sum right now? Like, do you have a big vacation or something you going on? Like, what is it that you're doing? Give me some clarity. Once you have clarity, it makes it easy for other people to see your vision. If you don't have no clarity, nobody's going to jump on that bandwagon. You're not going to have a team because nobody's going to know what to do or how to put in with you. So you're not gonna have a team. You're not really gonna know what to educate yourself on, because realistically, if you trying to, it's kind of like putting your mouth on a fire hydrant. Like, you're gonna get a little bit of information, but there's gonna be so much information that you're not gonna be able to absorb. You get what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Like, you're not gonna be able to absorb the information that you need because you aren't clear on what it is that you're looking for, and then it just all plays into each other. Get some clarity. If you need help getting clarity, reach out to me like we talked about. Smoke signal me, DM me, PM me, respond to something, ask me a question, call me, email me, find me on my website. Like, you can find me. Let's have a conversation about it, so we can get you some clarity, so that we can get you some education, so that we can get you some resources, so we can get you a team. Because once you have all those things, man, the possibilities are endless. And it's free. You can do all of this for free. You don't need anything. You don't need any money. You want a team of people to help you. I guarantee you don't need no money to get a team of people. All you need is a vision that's clear. That's it. Okay. Today, I'm actually really proud of myself. I didn't rant, because y'all know sometimes I can get to ranting and talking crazy and going fast, and we don't need that. I'm really working on trying to have a conversation with y'all, because I feel like a conversation is important. It's just a conversation. You don't have to go implement this right now. You don't have to drop everything that you're doing. You don't have to quit your job. You don't have to pay me any money. It's just a conversation. You get what I'm saying? It's just a conversation. So, if you are ready to have a conversation, with me one-on-one, sorry guys, I'm a little parched. But if you're ready to have a conversation with me one-on-one, you really can't find me anywhere. You can DM me. That's fine. You can find me on Instagram at Lauren_the_agent. You can shoot me a DM, respond to something. I respond back. You can find me on Facebook at Lauren A. Davis. My phone number is 314, which is the St. Louis area code number. So that seems to deter people a lot. But my phone number is 314-471-5047. You can always text me. I wouldn't say call me, but definitely text me. Shoot me an email at lauren@onyxrealtypros.com, which you can find all that on my page. So if you clicked on me, this should be linked to my actual business page. Or if you clicked on my business page, if you see how to contact me on my business page, all this information is there. Every single bit of it. So you can always reach out to me. You can always find me. You can smoke signal me. Just do it on when I'm awake. Yeah. Let's have a conversation. Let's avoid some mistakes. Let's really get into it. Don't be talking about it this year. Actually do it. None of this matters if you don't take that first step to have a conversation. None of this matters. It don't count. If you talk to your friends about it and you didn't actually do anything about it, it don't count. So make it count this year. It's 2021. There is no reason. There is absolutely no reason that we should not be doing this. There is no reason why you shouldn't be owning your own home. There is no reason why you shouldn't be investing. There is no reason why you shouldn't be educated and leveling up in 2021. Don't chase the bag. Let the bag come to you. You ain't tired from chasing that bag yet? I was tired of chasing the bag. I was tired of chasing the bag. The bag comes to me. I never have to work for that bag. I don't have to work for that bag no more. So, but anyway, I will let you guys go. It's Tuesday. I hope you have an amazing Tuesday. I hope your day is full of productivity and wins. And even if it's not, that's okay, because you always got tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I'll talk to you later. Bye.